in here. Luckily, we have a prize, Back to the Future, on stage. So one of these questions will be about Back to the Future. BB Shea just told me while you were out of the room he watched the first season of White Lotus.
Oh.
He did not like it. He did not like it, which is surprising. Most people do like it. I thought the first and second season are better than this recent one, the third. But he agrees with me, and I'll have to take you back a few years now. There's a gentleman that defecates into a suitcase, and we agree that is real. That is not CGI. That is real.
Totally real.
And here's the way I think they did that.
Do you feel worse now that he signed on, Kelly?
No, I like having somebody, I don't care who it is, I like having somebody agree with me. And I think the way they did it was any time during the whole 3 months of shooting.
The whole crew had to drop whatever they were doing.
That's right. He'd say,
were they Bora Bora, Tahiti? I can't remember where they
Hawaii,
were.
Somewhere.
Hawaii, yeah.
And anytime he had to defecate, he had to raise his hand and say,
It's time. I'm feeling it.
And they'd all rush to the set. He'd do it, and they'd get several shots of it, and that way they had it every time.
This may be your dumbest take ever.
I don't know. I feel like that's a really good one. I feel like it's a really good take.
Did you not like White Lotus, BB Shea, because you were expecting something else, or it just didn't move you?
Yeah, it didn't move me. Nothing happened.
Sydney Sweeney's in it, right?
She is.
She's deplorable. The character she plays is
every
awful.
character. There was no character development. Only one character had like an arc. It was the son or the brother. Everybody else stayed exactly the same.
Plus, what happens with the brother is ridiculous. At the end, it's like, that's not going to happen.
Exactly.
I try not to get into that. My wife does that a lot of times. Like, for instance, the end of this season's White Lotus, perfect example. The end of this season's White Lotus, no spoiler here, you'll know it early. There's a big shootout. People are killed. There's a big shooting. Well, then the survivors are seen like on the boat leaving, going back to, the mainland where they can fly back to their homes in the United States. And my wife said, she paused it in the middle of it. She's like, obviously the authorities would come and shut that whole place down, and you'd be questioned, and you would not be allowed to leave for at least 48 hours. And I said, yeah, but, it's just
Hollywood.
It's just Hollywood. Who cares? Just let that go. And she goes, I will not let that go. That is poor writing. They should have made it somehow. They should have written it so that they got off 48 hours later. I said, yeah, but the show's ended. I mean, that was it, But she doesn't like that. She doesn't care for something like that. Anyhow, I liked the first season, and I like the second season best. So see what you think about that.
I need to check that one out.
Yeah, but you're right. The characters are not like ever.
No.
They're like just people. They're horrible people that go on these great vacations. God, that's just what I just did. I'm a horrible person who just got back from a great vacation.
Kelly, no.
Oh, my God. Bill, hello, how are you?
Good.
Excellent.
How are you, Big P1?
Thank you very much.
I am the one that sends the videos for New Orleans.
Oh, well.
Oh, hey.
BB Shea.
Yeah, we were trying to track BB Shea
right,
down on Bourbon Street.
Right. That's awesome.
That was so cool.
We looked for you. We couldn't see you. We're trying. Well, this is unorthodox, but BB Shea is going to ask the question, and Chris Demm and I do not know the answer, so you can use us as the lifeline or go multiple choice if you want the secondary prize. BB Shea, what's the question?
All right. There was only one MLB player in history to break up 81 no-hitters with a home run. Who is it?
81 no-hitters with a home run. Bill, what do you think?
Chris Kelly.
I'm so glad you asked. I was just thinking, 81 no-hitters broken up with a home run. I'm going to get into the mind of BB Shea here. He's a Yankees fan, so I think it's a Yankee. And I'll say Reggie Jackson.
No.
You have to.
Dang. My bad.
As host, you have to let.
The player has the last call.
Yeah. My bad, Bill. Okay, so
let's let Chris Demm give it to
Let's do that again. Let's do that again. Okay.
Hey, Bill has chosen Chris Demm.
All right.
It is not Reggie Jackson.
No? Well, it kind of speaks to someone who had a long career, to me.
Yep.
Who's that dude for St. Louis who played forever and ever and ever?
Oh, Roger Mayer? No.
No. Just recently retired.
Pujols?
Yeah. I'll say Pujols.
No. Would you like to go with Albert Pujols, Bill?
Sure, what the hell?
Is it Albert Pujols?
It's not Albert Pujols.
It's not Albert Pujols. Who is it?
Ricky Henderson.
Wow.
Ricky.
Well, he played forever.
Lead
Yeah, he
off
played
home
forever.
runs.
Lead off home runs.
Ah, boo.
But that's a good, I like that.
All right.
He had
It's kind of
lot
a trick question.
Yeah, kind of. It turns it on its head.
You know who could catch him is Aaron Judge. He's batting leadoff, isn't he?
No, he's like second or third.
I thought he's hitting leadoff.
They
from
got
you.
Goldschmidt leading off.
Okay. Thank you, Bill. Appreciate it. I've missed 2 questions here. I hate being shut down by BB Shea twice.
On baseball.
On baseball. I thought Judge was hitting. He hit leadoff some last year, which is ridiculous to me. Now that's all changed. Like the power hitters are hitting leadoff because they want home runs, out of the gate, and get them up as much as they can. California Chris, how are you?
Never better. Hope you all are.
Doing very well, thank you. Here's your question. 2 Best Picture Oscar winners from the 1990s had the names of real people who actually lived in their titles. The 2 people were born 344 years apart. Name both people. Does that make sense to y'all? Look at BB Shea. He's like, wow. 2 Best Picture Oscar winners for Best Picture in the 1990s had the names of real people who actually lived in their titles. The 2 people were born 344 years apart. Name both people.
I have no idea, so I'm going to ask Christopher Demm.
That's a great idea, I think. Let's see if Christopher Demm knows this.
No.
No. All right.
I am stumped. I will pass my turn along to BB Shea.
BB Shea, you give it a shot. You're a movie guy. Mm-hmm. There's only 10 winners now.
Yeah. I think Forrest Gump is one of them. The other one I cannot come up with.
But Forrest Gump's not a real guy.
He may be.
He may be.
He may have been.
He may have been.
No help whatsoever, California
Sorry,
Chris.
California Chris. You're on your own here. What do you think?
Mark Twain.
It is not Mark Twain. The 2 movies are Schindler's List, Oscar Schindler, and Shakespeare in Love, William Shakespeare, which I had forgotten won Best Picture, 98. So those 2 people born 344 years apart
Real people.
are real people, William Shakespeare and Oscar Schindler. How about that? Well, if they're born 344 years apart, one of them was born a long time ago, obviously. Jody is on the line to play. Hello, Jody. How are you?
Oh, all right, guys. Thanks.
Excellent. Good to hear from you. Here we go. What actor who has starred in 4 movies in a famous movie franchise got $10,000 for his work in the first movie in 1977 and $20 million for his last appearance in the series in 2015?
I'm gonna have to go with Lifeline there.
Lifeline.
Oh, Lifeline. Yeah. Would you like Chris Demm or BB Shea?
I say let's do BB Shea.
There you go. He's a movie guy. You ready for that? You can get this.
Okay.
You ready? What actor who has starred in 4 movies in a famous movie franchise got $10,000 for his work in the first movie in 1977 and $20 million for his last appearance in the series in 2015?
Harrison Ford.
He says Harrison Ford, Jody.
Well, the only thing that's 4 movies there, that will only work to be 3 there. I'm gonna have to change that there.
All right, what are you saying?
Let's go with. And you say it's 4 movies in the franchise.
Now wait a minute. I'm saying he's in 4 movies in the franchise. He's in 4 of them. Yeah.
And the last one ended in 2015, right?
That was the last one he was in.
Okay. Let's go with Keanu Reeves.
Keanu.
It's Harrison Ford. Harrison Ford got $10,000 for Star Wars. He got more money for The Empire Strikes Back. He got 50 times that for Return of the Jedi, $500,000. And he got $20 million for The Force Awakens in 2015. That's exactly right.
Yeah. Well, I knew it had to be Star Wars. I thought it might have been Hamill.
Right. But
because he came back for one more too, right?
That one. But I bet you, Hamill in that one, The Force Awakens, he's in it for 1 second. He's like the last second of the movie. Spoiler. And then Harrison Ford, it was such a bigger name.
I can't believe Ford only got $10,000 for the first one.
10,000 for the.
Because he'd already been in American Graffiti.
That's it, though, right? Was that his?
I think so, and that was with Lucas.
Yeah. So right. So he got 10,000 for the first one.
That's really not much.
He got. That's right. He got 40,000 for Empire Strikes Back. He got 500,000 for Return of the Jedi, and 20 million for The Force Awakens. Wow. A long time later, of course. Okay, let's go to Mark, who's ready to play. Hello, Mark. How are you?
Great, P1. Good morning, guys.
Great. Good to hear from you. Thank you. Here's your question. What does the E stand for in Chuck E. Cheese?
I should know that. Chuck E. Cheese.
Yep.
I'm going to have some help.
All right.
Probably, I guess, BB Shea.
Well, the guy's on a roll. What does the E stand for in Chuck E. Cheese?
I believe the E stands for entertainment.
He says entertainment.
Let's go with it.
That's right. Yes, very good. Look at BB Shea. 2 in a row. 2 in a row you've gotten right. One of them didn't take your word for it. You've got some can huggers coming your way. Thank you very much, Mark. Appreciate it. Let's go to Polygirl Cassie, who's on the line. Hello, Cassie. How are you?
Good morning, guys. I'm great. Hope you are well.
Doing very well.
You are as well.
Doing very well. I'm losing my voice. I told Chris Demm.
I can hear it.
You know,
I'll take you Zyrtec.
I will today. I'll have
gargle.
to. I'll have to because we went to the beach, and as soon as we got back, I had a little bit of a sore throat, and I think the reason is the pollen and the ragweed and stuff. You know,
Not all the misbehaviors.
I don't think so. No, I don't think so. I think
Yelling at the kids and such.
it could be that. That's possible too. Are you ready, Polygirl Cassie?
I am.
Here you go. What actress has had the most Oscar nominations without ever winning? There's another BB Shea.
Meryl Streep's one. Katharine Hepburn.
It is not Katharine Hepburn. I think she won.
I believe she won.
At least one. I think she won 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Sorry, Polygirl Cassie. You might know it.
I do not know.
Most nominations without an Oscar. Nominated 8 times. No wins. You guess?
Ooh, not Lang.
Ooh. Kate Winslet.
Glenn Close.
Close.
Close, yeah.
They're calling it she was Glenn Close.
Yeah, that's right.
Away from winning.
Has Winslet ever won?
You know what? Actually, I think she has.
I think
I
she
think
has.
that one, at least one.
I think so too. All right, let's go to the last player today is Daryl. Daryl, you get the question about Back to the Future. Daryl, are you ready?
I am.
Let me get back over to the Back to the Future page. All right. What's Doc Brown's dog's name in Back to the Future?
Doc Brown's dog. I'm not a big Back to the Future guy, so can I go with BB Shea again?
Of course.
Yes.
Of course. Are you a Back to the Future fan?
I am.
What's Doc Brown's dog's name in Back to the Future?
I'm going to say it's something science or math related. I'm going to go with Einstein.
He says Einstein.
Okay, before I answer, I want to say I really like that Ricky Henderson question. That was a good one, BB Shea.
Thank
And
you.
I will go with Einstein.
That's very nice. And you're right.
Wow.
Einstein.
This guy, holy cow.
Total guess.
Were you doing radio when age 3?
This guy's unbelievable. Look at him coming in here with his flowery shirt and his hot
Just
take.
flamethrowing.
Bam, bam, bam. He's providing questions and answers today. Look,
Shoot.
you'll get this tomorrow. Oh, no, you won't. Biggie will be back. Sorry. I was going to say you'll get this tomorrow.
Usual lot.
No, it'll be the usual stuff tomorrow.